I should be teaming up to... Oh right, oh hey, fucking hell, I should definitely be teaming up to kill people faster instead of splitting. Now I'm fucking almost dead. And I've picked up grenades. Hey, hold on. Since I'm not using that, I could use that. Hakuchikopa, dude. I need a medkit anyway. I can't do anything about it, I need a medkit. And use this too. That will protect us for against 60 points. Also, there won't be able to, with this plan of the Republic, or all of us here. Drexel's, he decided to bring them over to a choke point where their numbers won't mean that much. However, this isn't scuffle with sword and shield, even though we are wielding swords essentially, and technically energy shields, but these are riflemen. They just need to line up enough to have all the barrels pointing away from them and at the enemy. Their numbers may be... they might not be utilized as well, but they still can very well use the numbers they've got against the crew of the Orion. So, I think shit plan after all. Can we talk? I'll take it as no. Can we loot? Hey, oh, I've probably picked things out of here, yeah. Equipment crate, yeah. Alright, I should hurry, because it's 200 seconds. I shouldn't get distracted. There we go, remains. Medpack. If only I had to loot that early, I wouldn't have to waste the good one. And there we go, my shield is now out. Gonna be out. Oh hey, look at those commando armors. That's nice. I should have saved, because it now can crash out and... or get soft-locked or stuck.
Drexel, you have much to answer for. The blood of countless Republic soldiers is now on your hands.
And like 12 more now too.
You must be punished for your crimes here and now, and only death will be sufficient.
Save your tired threats, Admiral. I have no use for them.
I'm a patient man, Drexel, but your insolence has pushed me beyond my limits. You could have laid down your weapons and surrendered. You could have made things easy. But you had to resist. You had to defy my authority.
Now, shall we discuss the terms of your surrender, Admiral? Relinquish command of the Formidable to me, and you shall live to see your Republic again.
I would rather die than hand over the Formidable to a criminal like you.
As you wish. Prepare for your end, Admiral.
Men, shoot to kill. I want no survivors.
Right, so at this point, again, totally. So Demon Drexel is totally a criminal. You're not off the grid. You're not free. You're not being your own man. You're not buying solar panels to... Hold on, I need to fondle with a thing here. I just want, at least. You're not your own made man that does whatever he wants. You're doing whatever you're allowed because the law is on your ass anyway. And if you're able to defy law, you're being a Sith in essence, in idea, essentially. Next, now he's totally a criminal, even though if the charge of harboring a criminal was kind of a stretch, in a sense that they picked up a survivor and then they made her get better, and then they might have wanted to turn her over, because they're still legally obliged. Not fight him actually. Still legally obliged to provide help, possibly. So they first provided help and then maybe we're about to... Dude, we're fighting this guy, I'm trying to flank, help you out, and you're switching target to the other one, you fucking retard. It's like herding cats. See, man, Knights of the Old Republic remake maybe eventually will come out. Will the AI be better? Probably not. Will it learn any lessons from Baldur's Gate 3? Is that AI any good? Are they flanking? Are they taking D&D 5 rules? And yet taking like the basic rules as opposed to using the optional rules like flanking. That is to say, they don't have flanking, so they're not. All right, I hit quit instead of quit the combat instead of queue up the thing. Kill him already. There we go. I can hit a med pack. Good enough. Will I be able to loot them? Oh, this one is still not dead enough. Flanking is an optional rule in the Indy 5, so they might have decided that there won't be any, and so because of that they won't have an AI that will try to flank to provide advantage to attacks for the rest of the party. Attack! There we go. She missed all of them. She's got plus 16 to attack.
Now that was a battle that was completely unnecessary. Had he surrendered, he would have lived. A damn shame.
This isn't over yet, Kobayashi. Do not let your guard down.
What do you mean? The Admiral's dead. The Republic defeated.
Here, you have a keen eye, Kobayashi. Tell me, when you fought against these Republic soldiers, did something strike you as strange?
Well, now that you mention it, I did. During the fight, looking into their eyes, I could see how determined they were to win. It was like something was constantly motivating them during the course of the battle. Something we couldn't see.
There is a Jedi on board the Formidable.
A Jedi? How do you know?
The Republic soldiers were being influenced by battle meditation, a Jedi technique used to instill in allies a great morale, whilst in turn reducing the enemy's will to fight.
I admit my knowledge of Jedi techniques is somewhat lax, but I've heard of battle meditation before. I thought Bastila Shan was the only Jedi to possess the ability.
It is said that true battle meditators like Bastila cannot be trained, they can only be born. Yet through intensive training, Jedi who do not inherently possess the ability can learn weaker and less focused variants of the
That
technique.
explains why we aren't feeling any negative effects. Captain, what do you think to all this? What's our next move?
If a Jedi is indeed unformidable, this changes things. There are still Republic soldiers in the Formidable, possibly preparing for a second assault. Should the Jedi be a part of that assault, our chances for victory will dwindle rapidly. I am content with what we have accomplished here, and see no reason for further action. We will destroy the Formidable from afar with the Orion's turbo lasers.
I'm glad to hear. Walking onto the Formidable without a reason is just asking for trouble, and I've had more than my share for one day already.
Oh, it's the lieutenant. Captain, every crew member stationed in starboard section at the time of the assault has been accounted for. Other than Leukemia Khtiba. Or maybe he can't still because we've recovered his body. Except one, Ponda Khtiba. He has been captured by the Republic forces. Ah. There's a reason to enter the Formidable.
I guess that gives us a reason to invade the Formidable.
Oh, look at that.
Although, I still don't like my chances against the Jedi.
We of the Orion do not abandon our own, but circumstance has forced upon me a difficult decision. Ponta Khtiba will stay in Republic's custody. I would rather see only a single man killed than the entire crew slaughtered during what would be a futile rescue attempt.
It's like they didn't have enough exciting voice line from twi'lek to put that on him, because that's like almost completely different voice. It's like the happy twi'lek instead of the sinister one.
Betrayer. Murderer.
Ah. Oh, so it couldn't have been Bastila, who was born with battle meditation. Battle meditation is spelled with capital letters with on both words.
Send me to the rescue. Send me to rescue the captured crew member. I will not fail. And what if? And what if you fail?
See, completely different voice.
If I do not return, then you can destroy the ship as planned. It will not matter to me. I will probably be dead. Some would call you brave for going in alone, but I call you foolish. No matter your skill against a Jedi, you will fall.
A joke's on you. I'm a Jedi too.
It will not be the first time I have killed Jedi, and they are not invincible, I assure you.
Listen, Sarah, you don't have to do this for us. I'm sure Ponda knew the risks, and I'm certain he wouldn't want you to forfeit your life like this.
We barely know each other.
Kobayashi, stand down. Her life is now her own, and she has made her decision. It will take some time to disengage the Orion from the Formidable, and to then charge her turbo lasers. This should give you time to infiltrate the Formidable and rescue the captive.
That is all the time I will need.
But be warned, if you do not return to the Orion before these preparations are complete, I will assume you have failed and will destroy the Formidable as planned.
So how are we getting there? How did they get here? This is the escape pod place. Escape from here, not enter through here. This is something I must do alone. Do not interfere.
You don't fool me, Sarah. I can see why you want to go on that ship. It's not to rescue Panda. It's the Jedi.
How do you
Listen,
know?
I know how you must feel. You want to avenge your master, to strike back at the Jedi for what they did to you. But picking a fight against a Jedi when you can't feel the Force isn't called revenge. It's called throwing away your life. That's the worst thing you can do right now. The worst thing.
The Jedi that travels on the Formidable. She speaks to me. Her whispers, her words, they echo in my mind. I cannot be rid of them.
Are you sure it's not just a headache? Because, in all honesty, considering your condition, you should still be back in the med bay.
Arcanian, do you know what it feels like to have your entire existence rendered meaningless within the blink of an eye? All I have left within me is my desire for truth, to learn why the Force has abandoned me.
So you're just gonna charge with blasters blazing into a battle you cannot hope to win.
No, with swords.
Even without the Jedi, there will still be Republic soldiers on board the Formidable.
Easy, I've got 6 life packs. It is the only thing I have left to do, and even should I fall or fail, I will leave nothing of worth behind, least of all the worthless life which you anarchists, Captain, sought fit to offer me.
Listen, there's a way to reach the Jedi and save the captive without firing a single shot. You will need my help. I'm probably gonna regret this, but it's sure as hell the best chance you have of getting in and out without getting killed.
You just have to hack consoles and overload conduits without shooting. That's the solution.
Blast it! What is taking the Admiral so long? They're only a bunch of space pirates.
This guy's mic is
This
better.
is usually easy pickings for us. What can be different now?
20th level ex-Sith, ex-Jedi, ex-Force user.
Now what?
Captain, one of our commandos has returned from the Orion. He has brought another prisoner.
I am not interested in prisoners. We already have enough of them. Tell him to put it back where he found it.
What? But Captain, this prisoner says she has valuable information, which she is willing to exchange with the Formidable. He's wearing... his... I see.
Damn pirates, scheming and underhanded, the lot of them. Bring her to me, and the commando as well. I want to hear of the Admiral's progress aboard the Orion.
It wasn't the... Yes, sir. He's not a twi'lek lieutenant from the Orion, it's twi'lek officer from the Formidable.
This better be good. This is good news indeed, Commando. If what you say is true,
There should be a
then
comma
it
there.
shouldn't be much longer before Admiral Cole at last captures the Orion's bridge. The sooner we get back to the Republic, the better, I say. The Outer Rim is so violent, so uncivilized. It all leaves a vile taste in my mouth.
Superiority
And now
complex
for
a little
you.
bit.
So, you're turning your back on your allies and offering information to the Republic? Let me guess. In exchange for credit? You pirates switch allegiances too often. I don't like it.
I hold allegiance to no one but myself and just go where the credits are at. You don't have to like it. She was stripped of her uniform.
You will show proper respect to the captain, pirate scum.
Now, let us not mistreat our guest. I believe she has something important to tell us.
I have nothing to tell the likes of you.
You fool, I am the ranking officer aboard the Formidable. You will tell me the information.
No, I will not. The information is reserved for the Jedi and the Jedi only.
The Jedi? How did you learn one was aboard? Did one of my men talk?
In the Outer Rim, information is a commodity and knowledge is power. Now, if you would kindly offer directions to the Jedi's quarters?
Take her away. You, Commando, keep an eye on her.
Yes, sir. Prisoner, do not make any sudden moves or I swear I will...
You can drop the charade now. They have bought it. Ah. Also surveillance?
Aye, aye.
I didn't see through that. Alright, that was nice. Because the helmet is also a modded item.
Glad to take that mask off. You think they'd have some sort of air conditioning system installed, but I know the truth.
They should. We haven't got much time. I need to find the Jedi's quarters.
This is a Hammerhead class cruiser, the same as the Orion. I'm guessing the layout will be pretty similar.
Then our destination is the room similar in design to the one I awoke in.
And don't
say so.
forget, we need to rescue Ponda Hatiba. I didn't see him locked up on the
Hatiba.
way in, so I'm guessing he's somewhere between us and the crew quarters.
All right. Now we've got only clothing. Again, no weapons or stims even, no drugs. Second, it should have air conditioning because it's also a spacesuit that will seal you away from the vacuum of space because you are a space marine essentially. Thirdly, this Hammerhead cruiser is brown, white and something like that on the inside as well as it is on the outside to make it different. Even though we've already been on Republic Hammerhead cruiser ships at the beginning of the game as Revan with Trask. Right. And last with the battle meditation. Apparently the cousin of... Oh, so she holds a grudge, I guess, and they believe their own word. The daughter of Solomon knows battle meditation, and it couldn't have been Bastila, because Bastila was not only on ship with Revan, first off, and second, already capable of influencing the enemy's morale to make them fight worse too. But second, of course, and also, and in addition to all that, we now know that Shadow totally believes that Revan is dead. So she forges a new identity again. Maybe we're still complaining about killing the cousin or like stepsister and of our stepdaddy here. Well, there, vaguely. So maybe that's something to complain about. But she's the one mad. She could have given up on that, and yet she's chasing after vengeance. That leads to the dark side, and for that she'll have to be killed. And in the last word, as I've mentioned in the previous description, or even previously description, because this is ending up to be a two-parter, I've written, we're having this identity crisis, just like in that TV show, whether we want to live or not. And we're having this identity crisis to see if we want to continue, prompted by our master being alive again in our lives. Only, are we really? She's gonna make her choice later on, almost pretty much regardless of what we want. I don't think we'll have any input on that, or if I've blown it first time around. I don't think so. But she'll make her decision, and considering that she's doing all this because her master that she thought she has lost after a war she took part in because she wanted to save Republic lives, and then follow the insightful and smart people, putting faith in them, and it's well-placed faith. We see Solomon come back and murder people for what we don't know yet, really. I guess he wants revenge, possibly because it's, again, Solomon's revenge, so he wants to take revenge on her, possibly for killing his daughter, on Shadow for killing his daughter, I don't remember her name. And he's murdering people, innocent people in mining facilities, and so on. Possessing a guy to try to kill Revan and Shadow at the docks. That's not someone that you should feel pity over. That's not of your choices either. and you're not responsible for what for him choosing to reach out to you by being evil, by turning evil and then reaching out, something like that. So I don't know if I'll be able to bring those arguments back up in the end, but seems like a bad character motivation, and you'll mostly be focused on all these fancy flashbacks and combat and items and just spending more time in KotOR. So with that, thanks for watching, hopefully you enjoyed. Let's see each other in something I play for you for free. In the meantime, of course, interact with this video and every other video on my channel, preferably by watching, subscribe, and if you don't like the content, it's entirely your fault.